Hello everybody, it is Yami Fujita, and once again we are back with more Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. Like, I know that, again, it seems like I'm primarily playing Danganronpa games now, but this is what happens when I find a great video game franchise and get hooked on it. And once I get to whatever incident is coming up next, and before the next class trial, Koga is definitely gonna be back with more of the Scarlet Nexus game. There's still at least 2 more Danganronpa games that I intend to play after this one is done, so still more to go. And then I'm also watching the Danganronpa 3 show, so still a lot of Danganronpa left to happen. But yeah, as you can see from this graphic of the report card, there's only 6 of us left. And the 6 of us have, well, really 5 of us have worked together to investigate a very interesting area in the last stream. We found the Exosoul's hangar, which is irrelevant now that the Monocubs are all dead. But it was still interesting to find that. We also found the Ultimate Astronaut Lab. So we finally found Kaito's lab. I was really looking forward to seeing that, and it looked pretty good in there. So, the problem with Kaito is that he is still going around pretending to be perfectly fine, but we all know that he is sick. No, we all know it now. Like, everybody's seen it. Like, we all watched it in that last stream. So, well, I'm still very concerned about that. Okay, I realized that the fragments, the friendship fragment thing, I haven't gotten I've only gotten 1 person up to 2 of them covered. Now, if Kaito and Shuichi weren't having a thing, I would have spoken to Kaito and given him something. But right now, Shuichi and Kaito are not getting along because of that last class trial, where Shuichi was left no choice but to prove that Ganta was in fact Miyu's killer. Since then, Kaito has not wanted to speak to Shuichi, so he's been avoiding him. Like, this guy, like, we all knew from the start of this game that he was going to be a huge problem. Like, he has seriously become the Nagito of this game. But he's worse than Nagito. Which is saying something, because Nagito was insane. This guy is worse. Like, nobody... I have never seen somebody deliberately lie over and over and over again. Tricking people, or lying to people, and feeling absolutely no shame about it. Well, of course I have seen people like that of course, in real life, but anyway. This guy has been becoming more and more of an issue by the chapter. So, we'll see what all he's planning, because first of all, we found out that the words that were being written in that tombstone outside, that he claims that he didn't write it, but his name was written on it. It said the world is mine, and had his name on it. But he's claiming that he didn't do anything, he didn't write any of that. We spent some time with Kibo. That's where we found the Exosoul's hangar with him. I've been struggling to figure out what items to give people. You know, I've been buying a bunch of stuff from the shop, but it's been all duds. Like, I can't get anything that these people actually like. But Himiko's character development has been certainly improving over the last couple chapters as well. But Maki is the only character where I have more than one level of friendship fragments built up on, despite the fact that I have yet to find an item that she actually likes. But it's not. But it's still didn't change the fact that we were able to have conversations. Now, one thing that has also another character who's also been showing huge improvements in character development is Maki, because I'm telling you, from the start of the game, she was shutting everybody out. She didn't want to talk to anybody. She didn't want to be involved with anybody. And she was even going as far as to lie about what her ultimate talent was. As you can see, it still says Ultimate Child Caregiver under here. I would have thought it would have changed when her real ultimate talent was revealed. I would have thought it would have changed in here, because this is not her real ultimate talent whatsoever. And I knew it wasn't from the minute I looked at her in the beginning, and the minute she said it. I was just like, she does not give off the idea that she likes children. So her real talent is she's the ultimate assassin. And I found out that there was a picture that I saw. It's like a little Danganronpa wallpaper with a bunch of characters mixed in. And I realized that she was in the front of that picture. There was a girl with red eyes holding a knife and an angry face. I realized that was her. So if I would have been paying more attention to that picture, then I would have already knew that Ultimate Child Caregiver from the start was a lie. But anyway, Makoto from the first game and Hinata from the second game, they both had another character who significantly bonded with them over the course of the game. I mean, for Makoto it was Kyoko, for Hajime it was Chiaki, for Shuichi it was Kaede, but Kaede is dead. But Kaito and Maki have formed a significant bond over the last couple chapters, because Kaito has been forcing Shuichi and Maki to work out with him every night. You know, and of course at first she had absolutely no intention of doing that, but he wasn't giving her the option. And over time he broke her. You know, instead of shutting him out and shutting everybody out, she grew closer with everybody, including Kaito. And you can tell from that last stream when Tokichi punched Kaito how much she truly cares about him, and because you never heard her shout until that moment. And then there was also another moment when Kaito and Maki were talking where you heard her giggle. You never heard her giggle before. So, I'm telling you, her bond with Kaito is growing stronger and stronger. Now, Sumigi, we did find her lab a few streams ago. It was the same stream where we found Shuichi's lab, the detective lab. Her lab is massive. It is an awesome looking lab. But she was another one who was very upset with Shuichi about the whole class trial thing, but that she's kind of gotten over that. But right now we are standing in a room on the other side of the underground passage. If you remember from the very beginning of the game, where everybody, including Kaede, was trying to get through that underground passage and we failed miserably. Oh well, we passed it this time. We absolutely passed it this time and found this room. I'm telling you, we're finding a lot more secrets every waking moment. So, I've been talking for a while, so let's go ahead and look around here and see if there's anything else interesting. Starting with this large door. I had to take down the electric barrier to open the door. Okay, so, well then we'll probably use the control panel to do that.
もしかして
This is a control panel for the barrier. If it's like the one in the exisal hangar, I should be able to disable the barrier with the passcode.
Huh?
A password? Does anyone know it? We don't need that.
そうだ
If it's electronic, we just gotta destroy it with these hammers. It seems this lock is controlled electronically, so we can use the electro hammer to open it. What was I gonna say? There was some notes. I've changed some settings with, there's some sound settings in here. I realized that I had a noise gate on the microphone. I switched it out for a noise suppression, filter. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that might do something. Because I can already see you can't hear my fan. Or at least my microphone is not picking up the fan the way it used to when I had the noise gate on it. And then also I put a compressor on the game system capture, source, the audio source. Because I feel like there should be a way for, like, quieter sounds to become more leveled and louder noises to become more suppressed. Just to have a little more control over the sound in here. Alright, well anyway. Alright, let's destroy this control panel with hammers and open this big dumb gate. Then everything will be over. We can say goodbye to this academy and this killing game.
そうだね
Finally, this death game is gonna end.
え
Yes, at last we can return to our normal lives. Normal lives. Beyond this door is our normal, peaceful, boring lives. We'll be able to go home to those normal lives. The secret of the outside world couldn't be that awful, right?
行くぞ
Let's go! Finally time to graduate from this academy of lies. With that, Makaito swung the electro hammer and smashed it down into the control panel. Oh boy. Well, that actually worked. The lock's been disabled. The door's unlocked. Now we just gotta open this gate. Let's all work together.
はい
Yes, we can do it.
だよねだよね
Finally, we can get out. We all ran to the door. And with our own hands, with our own strength, we opened that door. Our door to the future. A future of hope and despair. But here we go. Monokuma hasn't tried to stop him yet. What on earth? It looks like we just opened the gates of hell. And the trophy for the truth is out there. It looks like we just opened the door to Armageddon. And just everybody's faces are just exactly what Ganta thought they would be. What is this? What's going on? What is this? I can't breathe. I can't breathe. The door is now locked. Barely conscious. We heard a sound in our heads. What? What happened? Congrats! You've finished the killing game! Kokichi,
ね
you okay? Get it together. Wouldn't be fun if you died here, you know.
えほら
Your lives are very precious to humanity.
あ
What? Humanity?
にしし
Well then, the fun starts now. It's finally time to reveal everything. I shook my head, dizzy. The ground spun under me, but I managed to get to my feet. And at the same time, what was that just now? What's going on? On the other side of that door was...
くそ
Where even are we? What in the world is going on?
ねえね
Good morning, everyone. How you guys feeling? Terrible? Of course you guys are. Cause you now know the truth of the outside world.
えあ
The truth of the outside world?
あ
You saw it, right? The outside world you guys so desperately longed for doesn't exist.
どういう意味
What do you mean it doesn't exist? You wanna know? Then I'll tell you. Getting kinda bored with all the lying. So, everything I say now will be the truth, okay?
オッケー
Everything began when that despair came falling from the sky.
地球
Those
に降り
meteors.
注ぐ無数の隕石群もはやその衝突を避けることはできず地球の滅亡は避けられないと知った各国政府は
待ってください
Hold on. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
お
Jeez, you better not interrupt me again or I'm gonna tell you anything. Or I won't tell you anything, got it? But,
ね
Debo, we should listen to what he has to say.
「にしし
Continuing on where we left off,
地球の滅亡は避けられないと知った各国政府はせめて人類の滅亡だけは防ごうとある計画の実施を決定したんだそれがゴフェル計画なんだよ
and we still need to figure out why we found that file for the Gopher Project in Kaito's lab.
選ばれた優秀な人間を宇宙船に乗せ滅びゆく地球から脱出させて
That's what that is?
新たに人類が生存可能な星を見つけてそこで人類の種の保存を行う
Another planet? Like what?
つまりゴフェル計画とは人類を救うための計画じゃなくてあくまで人類の種の保存を目的とした計画なんだそしてそんなゴフェル計画に選ばれたのは若くて才能あふれる16人の
So we
優
were
秀な
all
高
just
校生たちだった
handpicked for this project.
超高校級と呼ばれる16人が新世界のアダムとイブとして選ばれたんだでも16人は揃ってそれを辞退しようとした
Yeah, of course they
当たり前だよ
refused.
ね家族や友人や知っている人が全て死ぬのに自分だけが生きなくちゃいけないなんてむしろそっちの方が地獄だもんねそこで16人は計画から逃げることにしたんだ自分の記憶を消すことで超高校級の才能を捨て普通の高校生になろうとしたんだよにしし
But it was around that time a certain cult organization rose in power.
終末思想を掲げる彼らは 隕石の墜落は人類が受けるべき罰だと考えていた。そしてゴフェル計画を知った彼らはその計画を阻止しようと
It's
企
just
んだんだ。
absolute chaos.
そこから始まったのが超高校級狩りなんだよ。
So all the students, that's what the ultimate hunt that Shuichi had been asking about since the beginning of the game was about. The ultimate hunt for the 16 students chosen for the Gopher Project. Because everybody was jealous of them.
超高校級狩りは世間をも巻き込んで逃げた16人は次第に追い詰められていった。そこでゴフェル計画を実施する組織はその状況に対抗するために16人は全員死亡したってでっち上げの嘘の情報を流した。
So that answers why we saw this picture. Claiming that all 16 of us are dead. Well, certainly most of us are gonna be dead by the end of this.
それが俺らが思い出した葬式の記憶ってわけだね。そうやって超高校級狩りを沈静化させつつ隠れた16人を保護することに成功し、ついにゴフェル計画は実行に移されたんだよ。そして16人を乗せたゴフェル号の打ち上げは成功し、地球に隕石群が降り注ぐ
My goodness, man.
中16人の超高校級は人類最後の生き残りとして宇宙へと旅立っていったんだ。興奮するよね。
And that arc is the true identity of this academy. What?
実はこの最終学園は巨大な宇宙船コロニーだったんだ。
So we're just sitting in a spaceship.
そんな。
This whole academy is just one giant spaceship colony? What are you saying?
なんだよ。
You really think I'll believe that? Whoa, hold on now. The story isn't done yet.
ところでさ、
Don't you think it's strange? Why do you think the killing game happened on the Ark? Humanity's last hope.
つまり
Actually, the organization behind the Gopher Project made one terrible oversight. And don't tell me that one of the people working on the Gopher Project was actually somebody participating in the ultimate hunt. Well, I mean, of course it is. The mastermind. Monokuma.
それはね。
A horrible person hiding among the 16 chosen to be the last survivors of the human race.
興奮するよね。
It was the leader of the cult organization trying to crush the Gopher Project. Yup, exactly. And they hid among the last survivors of the human race and prepared a robot on the ship.
うん。
Yup, that robot is Monokuma. Exactly.
ほら、
Originally, the 16 chosen students were placed into a state of cold sleep, and were only supposed to wake up once the ship found a suitable planet. But Monokuma manipulated the Ark and brought it back to the ruined Earth.
うーん。
Although the 16 were supposed to wake up on a different planet, they rose from their sleep,
わかったでしょ。
and they are now here.
待て。
We return to Earth. That means... Just hold on a second, guys.
さっき君らが見た光景、あれが今の地球なんだよ。
なんだと。
君らがコールドスリープしている間に数百年が経過した後の地
A
球、
few hundred years.
隕石群によってすっかり滅んで酸素もなくなって生物もいなくなった地球。君らが知る街も君らが知る人もどこにも存在していない地球。それが外の世界の真実なんだよ。つまり
There is no place for you bastards to go home to. That's why it's pointless to go outside. The outside world doesn't exist anymore.
何？
Doesn't exist?
うん。
The Earth and humans have died out ages ago, except for the last 16 survivors of humanity.
おお。
Well, the last 7 survivors of humanity.
嘘じゃ。
It's a lie! It's definitely a lie!
ちー。
I already told you I wouldn't lie anymore. I'm tired of lying, you know?
というわけで、
Anyway, I gotta confess. You know that cult I mentioned earlier? The leader is me.
え？
Huh?
とにかく
Which means the mastermind who snuck Monokuma onto the Ark is... me.
そんな。
Kokichi, you're the mastermind?
あのさ、
I didn't want to just crush the Gopher project. I wanted to ruin it in the worst way possible. So I came up with a plan.
もっと楽しもうよ。
What could possibly be worse than the last 16 survivors of humanity killing each other?
は？
What? You.
嘘じゃ。
It's a lie. It's all gotta be a lie.
おお。
Oh, you want me to lie now? But you guys always told me not to do that.
西し。
I'll show you the irrefutable evidence that I am the mastermind. The Kokichi took what looked like a remote control out of his pocket and fiddled with it. And a minute later,
えぐい猿。
どういうことですか。エグイサルはモノクマーツにしか操れないはずです。
おう、首謀者の俺は別なんだよ。この学園の全ては俺の意のままだからね。にしし、首謀者だけが持つこのリモコンを使えば全てのエグイサルが俺の手足となって動くんだよ。
well, we all know that he's full of crap. We all know that the mastermind is whoever's piloting Monokuma, and I know that's not him.
だったら。
So you really are the mastermind.
まさか。
You were always suspicious from the start. But for you to be the mastermind,
はあ。
you look like you don't believe me, Shuichi. I'm so disappointed in you. I even gave you such a huge hint, but you still didn't get it.
つまんないの。
I was waiting with so much anticipation to see when you guys would figure it out.
何なの？
Hint. You left that message for this?
まあね。
But I guess that precious hint went to waste. All cause you bastards trusted each other.
も
I told you. You guys should have doubted each other more. You guys could have realized I was the mastermind earlier and there could have been less victims. Actually, Ida had the right idea to try and kill the mastermind at the start. Too bad though. If only she had killed me then, the killing game would have ended.
う。
What do you mean?
にしし。
This is the truth to the killing game. Well, it's turned out not so boring, right? Not anyone could have organized the killing game with the last 16 survivors of humanity, you know? Are you saying it's the truth? Were we just being led around by you this whole time?
怒った？
Oh, you mad? So, what are you gonna do about it?
うぜえ
Shut up! Of course I'm mad!
ふざけやがって
Don't think you've won just because you've got the Exisals on your side. 'Cause we've got the Electra Hammers!
なんだよ
What's happening?
うわ
Typical Kaito. Guess things aren't going your way. Lucky for me, you ran out of juice. Electra Hammer? At that moment, his Electra Hammer powered down. And not just Kaito's. Every Electra Hammer powered down at once.
あのさ
I told you, didn't I? The problem is that it runs out of battery pretty quickly.
でもさ
But that lasted longer than I calculated. So I was always starting to get a bit nervous. I was actually starting to get a bit nervous. My reading needs to get better, man. Like, this is not the time to be messing up. We're already a half hour into the stream. My goodness, man. Did you calculate that too?
ごめんね
Sorry, Kaito, your tiny brain's just too different from mine.
やめてよ
Don't glare at me like that. Punching me won't solve anything either, you know. You can't resurrect the dead. And you can't turn Earth back to normal,
でしょ
right?
ふざけやがって
Even if that is the case.
ふざけんな
Welcome in, Razor. Thank you for stopping in. I was just thrown off by that comment, but yeah, thank you for coming in. Yeah, I wish we could slap him, but I mean, in the last stream, you saw Kaito tried to punch him. Well, I don't know if you saw my stream, but if you've played the game at all, you saw Kaito tried to punch him and got knocked down himself. So clearly, Kokichi is as Maki said, a little more agile than we originally let on.
桃田君
Kaito, wait! Wait, what did you say again? Oh yeah, I can't get over it if I don't punch you! Kaito, wait! I tried to stop Kaito before he ran off, but I couldn't grab him in time.
あは
Jeez, your stupidity can't be cured unless you feel a bit of pain first. Stop! But Maki's scream was in vain. Before our very eyes, Kaito charged at the Exisal and was smacked down. He hung limply from the Exisal's hand like a rag doll.
桃田君
大丈夫だよ死んでないからでもこれで分かったでしょ首謀者の俺に逆らっても無駄ってことです西本来エグイサルはお前らの味方をするための機械だったんだけどねほら他の惑星にどんな危険があるか分からないでしょその危険からお前らを守るための機械なんだけどそれがお前らにとっての脅威になるなんて笑っちゃうよね
But he's enjoying this way too much, and thank you for the follow. One second. Okay. Give Kaito. Maki,
返せ
give Kaito back. Her eyes screaming murder, Maki glared at Kokichi and moved toward him.
春川さん
No, Maki! Even if you
殺されたい
let go. Do you want to die? Maki!
ダメだ
I won't let go. Even if you kill me, I can't let go. Please, Maki.
犀原ちゃん
Nice job, Mr. Ultimate Detective. That was a wise call, Shuichi.
でもさ
Yeah, Maki's been welcome to the club for ever since we found out that she was the assassin. From the moment earlier in the game when she gripped him up, like full speed, went to him and gripped him up, we knew something was up. Right then and there, she was part of the club. Alright, but your talent is useless now. Oh, the Widow Club. Oh, okay, wait a minute. The mystery of the killing game, the secret of the outside world, the mastermind's identity.
Uh-huh.
They're all solved. We don't need a detective anymore. This is the true ending. Ending? If this is the ending, then what are we supposed to do now? If the world is destroyed and we're the last human beings left, what are we supposed to do from now on? How about doing anything you want?
あのさ、
I know I started this whole thing, but I'm bored now, so sorry about that, guys. That's why I wanted to reveal the truth. I wanted to see utter despair on your faces.
うん、
Yuppers, I'm totally satisfied now. So you guys are free to do whatever you want.
ちょっと
Hold on. You were the one that started all this. So you're responsible.
そうだ。
You guys can commit suicide together or kill each other. Or you can change your mind and stay here. You're welcome to do that too.
この学園を覆っている檻のおかげで、ここの空気はいつまででも豊富だからね。西地さすが人類最後の希望を乗せたゴンフェル計画の宇宙船だよね。あ、でも知ってる？あの檻の向こうに見える空は実は本物じゃなくて。
I mean, we probably could have figured that.
この船の機能だったんだよね。宇宙船気分を少しでも忘
Okay,
れ
but
さ
that
せ
is
て
a
くれる
much
た
more
めにさ。
menacing picture.
というわけで、
So anyway, the killing game is over. Now you can do whatever you please.
Eh?
I don't know what to do.
クソ野郎
What do you plan to do with Kaito? That's all she cares about. All she cares about is put Kaito down. I'm not worried about nothing else you're talking about right now.
おお、
Oh, I just want him to chill out for a bit.
こういう熱くなりやすいバカって厄介なんだよね。意味とか目的とか考えずに自
Oh,
分
and you
がど
don't
う
do
したい
that?
かだけで動くところがあるからさ。まだ彼一人だけならまだしも、みんなを焚きつけられたりしたら面倒なことになるし。ほら、せっかく終わった殺し合いがまた始まっちゃうかもしれないからね。
Oh, is that so? You think he would kill somebody? I mean, again, you never know. Anyway, Shuichi, can I have the Axel Hanger's alarm remote back? What?
ほら、
I was thinking that'd be the perfect place to keep Kaito in.
やめて
Don't give it to him, Shuichi.
サイハラちゃん。
Hand it over, Shuichi.
クソ野郎
Don't give it to him.
あのさ、
You know what'll happen if you don't hand it over, right?
この学園は俺のものなんだよ。ここでは俺が王様なんだ。首謀者である俺こそがこの最終学園の絶対的な王様なんだよ。そう、この世界は大間小吉のものなんだよ。
ごめん
Sorry, Maki. I couldn't meet Maki's eyes. I gave Kokichi what he wanted.
西市
Thanks. And Kokichi's evil yet innocent smile stayed on his face as he took the key. And then he simply left. He solved the entire mystery for us. And left. He left us there with the truth. The truth of our despair. If he didn't give that remote to him, he was just gonna kill him. But we don't know what he was gonna do with Kaito's body if Shuki didn't give him the remote. But you know that that's not gonna make anybody in this room happy. The Ultimate Academy is a spaceship. And we're the 16 survivors of humanity. This killing game we've been playing. Why pit the remnants of humanity against each other for a world that no longer exists? And the mastermind who engineered all this and is forcing us to participate is Kokichi. I can't. My mind feels like it's about to short circuit. Me too. Miggy, are you okay? She's got a 1,000-yard stare. No use talking to her right now. Himiko's already looking like she's crying, so yeah, just... Himiko, are you okay? Am I okay? How could I be okay? The outside world, everything's destroyed. Everyone's dead. Everyone at school, everyone in my neighborhood, they're all dead. Calm down, Himiko. What am I supposed to do now? There's no point in living anymore, and exactly what Ganta said that we would think after seeing the truth of this outside world. And you know that Maki's not even gonna want to say a word to us. Okay, good. I don't think the microphone's picking up when I'm trying to open my Jolly Rancher packs anymore. Yeah, I think that was the right call. I'm changing the filter to noise suppression instead of noise gate. Hang on, I'm just gonna fix the... Like, we all know she does not want to say a word to us. Maki. Coward. I know. I just don't have the strength. Can't fight back. Can't do it. The whole truth was revealed. The conclusion. This is the end. There is no outside world. We're the only humans left alive. Trying to get outside was pointless. We played the killing game for it. I'm sorry for pausing. I just want to check something real quick. Okay. It was all meaningless. That's the conclusion. Nonsense. So what did all the others die for then? So this is the despair that Ganta felt. So much despair you want to die. It really is just like that.
そんなことって
If it's like this, it would have been better if I died a lot earlier. Then it's all over now. It's true. It's the end of everything. Our story ends here. There will be no more death. No more killing game. It's all pointless. The truth is, we all should have died a long time ago. I don't even remember how I got back to my room. But before I knew it, I felt my body in the bed, numb. I didn't want to sleep. I just wanted to run away from the despair. But the sleep came anyway. Alright, skipping through all this. Monokuma's still not even there. Monokuma must not be here anymore. No point in the morning announcements now. So it's really over. There's no point to this killing game anymore. Because there's no reason to go outside. There's no reason to keep living. There's no reason to live. I'm just saying it over and over again. This is an epilogue. All that's left is to take up time. A boring story. There's nothing I can do anymore. And I wonder what everyone else is doing. What, did he spend the whole day in his dorm? I wonder what Kaito's doing. That's right. I wonder if Kaito's okay. Is he? It's no use. My mind isn't working. And my body... The days are just passing by. And he's not even moving an inch. Morning. How long have I been like this? I should get up. Or I might not ever get up again. I don't care. If I just kill my... What? My body reacted reflexively as I heard the doorbell. Oh boy, what's going on now? Somewhat surprised that I even managed to get out of bed, I went to the door. Who could it be? My feet for the first time in a long while. On my feet for the first time in a long while, I walked uneasily to the door. I slowly opened it and... You look terrible.
と
Maki,
ね
go take a shower or something. Anything to help your face. I'll be in the dining hall with everyone else. Everyone?
えうん
I'll be waiting, so hurry up. Maki spoke curtly and left. Everyone's waiting in the dining hall.
と
Guess I should go. I hurried and took a hot shower, then left my room. Now when she says everyone, everyone was in the dining hall, besides Kokichi and Kaito. But mentally they weren't really there. Their life had gone out of their eyes.
は
Everyone here looks terrible. Really? Even I look terrible?
あえ
Well, your face always looks like that. What are we talking about?
あ
We're discussing how we want to die, right?
え
What?
え
I want to go without suffering. Maki, can you do something about that?
うん
Sure, but before that, take a look at this. Is that a flashback light?
ね
Maki, why do you have that?
えあ
It was on top of the table when I went to the dining hall this morning.
え
It was just sitting there?
あ
Kokichi probably just put it there.
では
To confirm the truth, perhaps? If we use that flashback light, we may recover memories that corroborate his story.
え
So we're supposed to use the flashback light to confirm the truth Kokichi told us? We don't need to confirm anything. We saw the outside world for ourselves.
ね
Do you want to die comfortably? I can help you, but we should check this flashback light first.
え
What?
え
Why do we have to do that?
だって
It's the only thing we can do right now. If we're going to die, we may as well do anything we can. We'll have no regrets that way.
そうだよ
And even if it is dangerous, it wouldn't matter anymore, right? Either way, there's nothing for us to lose. We don't have any hope left.
あのさ
So, let's do what we can. Well, okay. Things won't end up any worse than they already are.
え
So when you kill me, will it be like I'm falling asleep?
決まりだね
Then it's decided. Kibo, Shuichi, are you fine with that? Yes. Very well then. Yeah. And thus it was decided, fairly painlessly. The flashback light suddenly appeared. Nothing could be more obvious and suspicious. But because our spirits were already broken, we had nothing to lose anyway.
ね
Okay. I'm going to turn it on. Maki switched on the flashback light. And at that moment, the world flipped upside down. Turned inside out. Okay, watch your eyes. That's it. I remember. Everything is connected. And we had forgotten. We had forgotten that everything is connected. It all started at that academy. Oh, here we go. Government-backed school that nurtured the most talented students in various subjects. Hope's Peak Academy. Timed that perfectly. And the event that tore that school apart changed the world. Jesus. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. It triggered a wave of terrorism and war across the world. Humanity's true despair. Half the world was destroyed as a result of the terrible violence. And that tragedy was caused by a single high school girl. The ultimate despair, Junko Enoshima. He used whatever means necessary to paint the world in despair. Oh my goodness, throwback. The killing game of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy was the same way. Trapped by the ultimate despair, forced into a killing game. But after Junko Enoshima died, the case was closed, and the world began to slowly recover. But Junko's disciples, the remnants of despair, weren't done sowing chaos. The Future Foundation fought against them, trying to restore order. This is what the Danganronpa 3 show was about. The war between hope and despair grew more and more extreme. The fight raged on, but came to a sudden end. You know, it feels like I should watch that show before finishing this game, but whatever, because I feel like it's still... Like, the second game pretty much told you the same thing. And right then, it was from then on that we remembered. It was the beginning of our truth. One day, terrible despair suddenly rained from the sky. A countless number of meteorites fell upon the world, carrying an unknown virus.
Danganronpa.
Emboldened by the overwhelming despair, the remnants cried, "Humanity deserves damnation." The Future Foundation was overwhelmed by the renewed despair and quickly lost influence. But then, Makoto Naegi, together with the former members of the Future Foundation, started the Gopher Project at Hope's Peak Academy. Gonna get some more water. Alright, and so Makoto is the one who started the Gopher Project. And only genius can overcome nature. And only hope can overcome despair. Our young geniuses must escape the Earth to become the seeds of the future. That is the only hope for humanity. With those principles, the Gopher Project began, and 16 Hope's Peak students were selected. So these students did go to Hope's Peak as well. We were those 16 students. That's it. We weren't all attending different high schools. We were all attending the rebuilt Hope's Peak Academy. We were the students that applied after learning Hope's Peak was rebuilt. And the new Hope's Peak was like the last, in that it accepted applications for talented students and cultivated ultimate talents.
Hope's Peak Academy was a large school, so we were all in separate classes, but we were all students of Hope's Peak Academy. From the candidates, the 16 of us were selected for the Gopher Project because... No, we weren't selected. We were the only ones left. The mysterious virus from the meteorite spread rapidly around the world. The entire world was on the brink of extinction. Hope had almost triumphed, but cruel despair came roaring back to overtake the world. But we just happened to be immune to the virus.
Immune? Really, that's very convenient for them.
That was the reason why we were chosen for the Gopher Project. Finally remembered. That world, this world, it's all connected.
Man, we needed that flashback light.
So
We
da.
needed that flashback light.
Everyone, you all remember?
Hi.
Yes, I can vividly recall everything now.
そうだよね
Yeah, why? How could we forget something so important? We were students of Hope's Peak Academy. We were the symbols of hope entrusted with the survival of humanity. Except for one person. Kokichi Oma, the mastermind behind this killing game. His organization's real identity.
絶望の残党だった
They
ん
were
だ
the remnants of despair.
ゴフェル計画の阻止を企んだカルト集団、その正体は絶望の残党だったんだ。大間君がそのリーダーということは、彼は絶望の残党を率いる人間。
So, well, we know that this is very shocking because we know that the remnants of despair are the characters of the second game. The characters of the second game are the remnants of despair. So that means he's saying that Kokichi was their leader. And that's why I gotta keep on watching Danganronpa 3, the show, to find out what exactly happened. That caused them to do everything that they were doing. And then lose their memory of all that, because in the second game, they had to remember that all this was the case. They didn't realize it until towards the end of that game. Man, oh man, guys. This franchise is something else, man.
つまり
Out of all of us,
超高校級の絶望に近い人間だったんだ。
I keep on reading it by mistake.
though obvious, a killing game like this could only be done by the remnants of despair.
学級裁判それを仕切るモノクマそして希望が峰学園の生徒同士何もかも花島純子の殺し合いとそっくりじゃ超高校級の絶望を崇拝する人間でなかったらこんな殺し合いを再現させるはずないわい
So, like I said, Kokichi is just the Nagito of this game. Just another Junko worshipper.
つまり
Which means that this killing game is just like the one that came before. And the one before that too. The battle between hope and despair. A killing game that mires hope and dark despair. And first of all, his name means hope. Kibo.
ちょっと
Wait. Hold on. If this was such an important killing game, then why did Kokichi abandon it? That's also something the Remnants of Despair would do. They admire Junko Enoshima, right?
He made an elaborate plan to cause us to despair, but he got bored of that plan,
やれやれ
wanting to feel the despair of your plan being ruined. That's the ultimate despair for you.
あのさ、
What's wrong, Nagi?
別に
Nothing. I'm just not convinced, and neither am I. Because again, like what? Like the remnants of despair, like I said, are the students of the second game. So I guess when they got thrown into that virtual Jabberwock Island world, they lost their memory of all that. And because they had, again, like I said, they had no idea that any of this was true of them. But all the characters who committed murder in that game, well, first of all, Teru was just trying to go after Nagito. And Peko was just simply because looking after Fuyuhiko. Out of all the characters who committed a murder, the Gundam, I'm just gonna not even acknowledge him, because Gundam has always had issues. Like, we all, like, it was so obvious that he would be a killer. Hang on, I need some more water. But the only person who gave you an idea that they actually remembered their past was Mikan. That despair fever, I think that's what it was called, that broke out in the second game that caused everybody to behave differently how they were behaving in that game. She basically told us that the way she was acting during that trial is her real personality. Who she was in that virtual world was a fake. But then when you watch Danganronpa 3, she was behaving like that in the beginning too. I haven't watched the whole show, so maybe at some point we'll see her flip. I'll see her flip in that show, because I'm telling you, she was a completely different person in a snap in that class trial. And during that entire incident, the fever didn't just change her personality, it caused her to remember who she used to be. She killed 2 people. People thought that Mikan was not the kind of person to do something like that, but she ended up killing 2 people. So, she's saying that she's not convinced about any of this. I'm trying to understand what caused the Remnants of Despair to be the Remnants of Despair. Like, I gotta watch the show
大丈夫
and figure that out. Probably fine though. Not a big deal. You sure?
でも
We finally learned the truth, but we still can't do anything. Even if we get out of this academy, the outside world is still destroyed. There's no hope left for us.
皆さん
No. We just need to become that hope.
どうしたの
Huh? What's with you all of a sudden?
こうなったら
If all hope is lost, then it's up to us to become that hope. Like I said, his name literally means hope. And after all, we're students of Hope's Peak Academy, aren't we? We're all that's left of the 16 who survived the battle between hope and despair.
いいですか
If we give up now, everyone who fought on the side of hope will have fought for nothing.
そうだね
Fought for nothing.
聞こえたんです
That's what my inner voice is telling me. That no matter what, I cannot abandon hope. Cannot give up. Yes, that's what it's urging me to do.
任せてください
So I will not despair. Even if it's only a little. We'll move forward with hope. Well,
いいですか
right now, there's no use in thinking about whether our lives have meaning or not. Because as long as we're alive, we still have the power to decide that meaning for ourselves. That's what I believe hope is.
そっか
That's what hope is. I see. Yeah, you're right. The people out here giving the best speeches now all of a sudden. Well, we're the students of the new Hope Peak Academy, rebuilt as the symbol of hope. If we, the students of Hope's Peak, give up, the world really will be plunged into despair.
そうだよ
I got it. In the end, it's all about willpower. I'm gonna live to the end and never give up. We won't be able to do anything in that destroyed world.
そうじゃ
But making the impossible possible is what magic is all about. Yeah, there we go. It's a pain, but it'll be worth it. I'll live for 100 million more years. You guys,
そうだね
you're right. Let's do it.
よし
Fight together. Against despair.
はい
As long as we stand together without giving in to despair, we will find a new hope. We all stood in unison. We each felt the power of hope coursing through us, driving our bodies. The hope born in this academy, a tree of life with roots down deep. It was supporting each and every one of us.
うわ
Motivation is rushing through my entire body.
ーカッカッカッカ
This is the power of hope.
えー
With a laugh like that, you sound less like a mage and more like a wicked witch.
ふっふっふ
Kokichi may have left that flashback life to make us give up. But if that was his plan, it failed. It's true. It does seem as though Kokichi's plan went wrong somehow. Somewhere. The only person who can give us flashback life is Kokichi.
あのさ
And so, what's our plan now? What are we gonna do about Kokichi?
その通りじゃ
We gotta stop you-know-who, the remnant of despair, or this despair will never end. We have to save Kaito too.
そうだよ
Yeah, of course.
そうじゃな
He's so stupidly positive, he's just the kind of guy we need at a time like this.
そうですね
With Kaito by our side encouraging us, and even if we are the only people left, I think we can still find a new hope. Yeah, that's exactly right. He better still be alive. I knew it, I knew that. Even in a situation like this, he'd think of something.
うーん
The problem is, where are Kokichi and Kaito? Well, he talked about the Exisal hangar.
大丈夫
They're in the Exisal hangar.
え
Both of them? Kokichi did say that Kaito would be trapped in there, but
うん
by chance, I happened to see Kokichi leaving the hangar during nighttime yesterday.
Huh?
By chance? Really?
だよねだよね
I bet the truth is you were worried about Kaito and were watching the hangar all day. Looks like that was the case. I'm just completely shocked and embarrassed. Look at that face.
別に
It's not like I was worried about Kaito or anything. Oh, here we go at the Stingray Act. I just had nothing else to do. Also, I'm used to watching others, so it wasn't any trouble. It's important for assassins to watch their targets and think of ways to kill them. Stop. We're just getting mushy. But you had to make it all bloody instead.
100% です
We know they're in the Exisal hangar. How did we get them out?
ちなみに
The hangar has an alarm system that will go off if anyone approaches the shutter. On top of that, Kokichi has the alarm remote key to shut off that alarm system.
うーん
And there's also an electric barrier, right? You need to do something about that too.
はい
Yes, but even approaching the control panel will set off the alarm too.
あ
So many problems right from the start. What should we do?
ー大丈夫
It'll be fine. I think I know how to stop the alarm system and the electric barrier. Does she have an idea? How do you plan to get past the alarm system and barrier? With the Electro Hammer.
Is it fully charged?
If you hit the control panel with it, it should disable the electric barrier. We did the same thing to the electronic lock on the exit to the outside world,
ですが
but it won't work the same way on the alarm system, will it? The alarm will go off before we can even get close enough to use the electro hammer.
そうだね
Then we'll use this.
Oh, the bomb.
Is that?
でも
But why do you have that, Maki? There were only 3 and I thought Kokuchi had them. I stole it from his pocket. While she was gripping him up. But during that time, as expected, your kleptomania and terrifying glare are both first class.
カクカクカクカク
Terrifying glare part was a joke. So, you stopped glaring at me so terrifyingly?
ありがとうございます
Nice work, Maki. We can use the electro bomb to get inside the hangar.
いや
Not only that, it'll disable all communication. That should include the remote control Kokuchi uses for the exosuits.
100%です
If we use the electro bomb in front of the shutter, it should affect the entire hangar. Then Kokuchi will be as good as butt naked. All he'll be able to do is hold his crotch and run.
いや
But he might still be able to control an exosuit from inside.
なんと
Butt naked?
いや
No, I'm pretty sure he'll be clothed.
なるほど
Then we should bring the electro hammers as a precaution against the exosuits.
あ
Dang, I just left mine sitting around without charging it.
ごめん
Sorry, but I did too. Takes 24 hours to charge an electro hammer. So we'll have to wait until tomorrow morning.
え
We're gonna wait until tomorrow morning? What about the hangar?
うーん
We don't really have a choice, do we? Without the electro hammers, it's impossible.
ほら
Maki, I know that you don't want to wait a single minute more than necessary. But we shouldn't try this until tomorrow, when everyone's ready.
そうだね
Fine. That's what we'll do then. This time we'll definitely kill him. Kill him?
ちょっと
No, Maki, you can't. Even if he's a remnant of despair that doesn't...
あいつ
But if we kill him, then everything will end. We have no other choice. For that reason, I will kill him. But you can't.
そうじゃな
I understand how you feel, Maki, but we feel bad after we killed him.
ダメです
It would be no different than the killing game that has caused us so much suffering. Yeah, that's the sort of thing that remnants of despair or Kira would do. But Kaito said that killing is wrong, remember?
やっぱり
So we can't.
わかった
Fine, everyone thinks that way, then I'll listen to you guys.
あのさ
But if it seems like anything dangerous is going to happen, then I'm definitely killing him. Oh, Maki's actually reliable.
いや
No, she's dangerous. There's nothing more dangerous than a heated Maki roll.
うむ
If a Maki roll gets too heated, you can burn your tongue.
は
Did you
あは
see those eyes? They're like a predator looking at its prey.
まあ
You may have deserved that, Himiko. But it's true that this is quite unexpected. I didn't think we'd be able to stand together as one again. And it's thanks to Maki. While we were sedentary, feeling sorry for ourselves, she was planning. I suppose it might also be thanks to Kaito. Because Kaito was worried about her. She promised to work hard to do her best. Of course, if I pointed that out, she'd ask me if I wanted to die again.
ちょっと
What are you looking at?
ごめん
Sorry.
ね
Let's do our best. And the three of us can train together again. Yeah, right. We finalized our plan to get into the Exisal hangar tomorrow morning. Until then, we will wait for the Electro Hammers to recharge and finish preparations. We split up, focused and determined.
Yosh.
First, we need to charge the Electro Hammer. But I shouldn't just stand around waiting. I need to make up for lost time. There has to be something I can do. Skip all that, it's fine. No, it's not true. There has to be something I can do.
Yosh.
I should scout the area. It'd be a good idea to check out the scene before we execute the plan. And I'm worried about Kaito. He's hurt. And he's sick. I'm sure he doesn't want me to worry about him, but I have to. Alright, I'll go.
Okay, so it's not necessarily free time, but we need to scout that area again. Oh, Shuichi,
あの
we must rescue Kaito no matter what. If we're to defeat despair and find the new hope for ourselves, I'm certain we'll need him by our side. Yeah, you're right. It was thanks to Kaito that we're all working together again.
よし
Let's save Kaito and stop Kokochi together. This is the beginning of our new hope. Alright. Oh wait. Okay, I can go here. I feel like I should talk to them first, though. Nah, forget it, I'm already here. If I keep going, I should reach the hangar. If Kokichi's in the hangar, there's a good chance the Exorcists are patrolling nearby. I should be careful.
Alright, too late to try to go back now. So... Oh, I'm gonna try to save. Hang on a second. Okay. Wrong button. Alright. I can already hear them walking around. Okay. Yeah, you can already hear them moving around. they sound insanely close. Yup, they're right there. I don't know if I should just be trying to walk up in there. Now you just got two of them walking around right there. Alright, well yeah, we can't leave, so... Okay, yeah, as soon as I walked out there, I already knew it was gonna be caught.
Monokuma? It's the first time I've seen him in a while. Are the Exos protecting him? But why now? And why all four of them? Tokachi is controlling them, right? So why would he do that? What if the Exos are here? Wait. If the Exos are here, they aren't guarding the hangar. This is my chance. I should hurry, but carefully. I don't want to draw attention. The alarm's enabled. The electric barrier's up too. I can't get close to the shutter. And I only saw 4 Exosos. I don't know where the other one is.
Oh crap, that's right, there's 5.
Perhaps inside the hangar? Hopefully I can find a good spot to survey the scene. If I remember correctly, there's a bathroom with a small window there.
A bathroom with a small window. Oh, it's not gonna show that. Wasn't there another button? Yeah, here we go.
I should hurry, but carefully. Don't want to draw attention.
Wait, where am I supposed to be going? Where is this bathroom that I'm supposed to be looking for? Yeah, it turns me around. I'm not seeing anything. Alright, well, hang on. Because I don't see where I'm supposed to be going. Hang on. Okay, hang on. I think I gotta go to the next video. Okay, finally found where I'm supposed to be going. Or finally found the video I'm supposed to be looking for. Okay, I'm staring right at the answer. I was staring right at the answer.
There's a window. The bathroom window? Can I see inside from here? Or from there? I peeked into the small window and saw a silhouette on the other side.
てめえこんなとこで何してんだ。
桃田君。
バカ、大声出すな。大間のやつに気づかれちまうじゃねえか。
あ、大間君、そばにいるの？
So they're just keeping him inside of a bathroom?
いや、俺はトイレに閉じ込められてるんだが、大間の扉の向こうだ。ただ、万が一気づかれたらやべえぞ。あいつはえぐい猿と一緒だからな。
そうだよね。
つうか、てめえはこんなとこに何しに来たんだ？
何しにって、もちろん桃田君を助けに来たんだよ。
助けにって、てめえ一人でか？
うん。今は下見に来ただけで、決行は明日の朝だよ。みんなで助けに来るからさ。
みんなで？
Yes, all of us.
春川さんのおかげなんだ。
And thank you for giving Maki credit.
実は僕は諦めちゃってたんだ。いや、僕だけじゃなくて他のみんなでも。
I'm sorry, hold on.
実は僕は諦めちゃってたんだ。いや、僕だけじゃなくて他のみんなもそうだった。春川さんだけは諦めずになんとか桃田君を取り戻そうとしていたんだ。きっと 彼女は信じてたんだよ。桃田くんならこんな絶望的な状況でも何とかしてくれるんじゃないかって。
ああ、当たり前だろ。俺は宇宙に轟く桃田
Okay,
海
well,
斗だ
don't
ぜ。
shout.
地球が滅びようが人類がいなくなろうが諦めてたまるかってんだ。物語の主人公が簡単に諦めちまったらクソみたいな話になっちまうじゃねえか。
そうだよね。
なあ、心配すんな。俺がきっと何とかしてやっからよ。こいつは約束だ。てめえらが頑張ってんのに主人公の俺が何もしねえわけにはいかねえからな。
There's something I want to ask him. I don't care if he's overconfident or acting. I just want to hear him say, "Don't worry, it'll be okay."
ただ助けてくれるのは嬉しいけどよ、無理だけはするんじゃねえぞ。大間にはえぐい猿がいるからな。エレクトハンマーで叩くには近づくだけで危険だぞ。
分かってるよ。ところでさ、傷の方はともかく体調は
Okay,
大丈夫な
I
の？
can't have the fan off. I just can't.
隊長？おお、もちろんなんともねえよ。それよりそろそろ大間が様子を見に来る頃だ。おしゃべりは終わりにした方が良さそうだぜ。
分かったよ。それとさ、桃田くん、こないだのゴン太くんの件なんだけど。
Like he said, we're gonna have to end the chat now.
中一、しばらくは任せたぜ。俺がいねえ間、てめえがみんなを支えてやってくれ。特に春巻きはすぐに暴走しちまうところがあるからよ。てめえは大した探偵だけどよ。でもきっとそれだけじゃねえ。てめえなら真実だけじゃなくてその向こうにあるものまで手が届くはずだ。俺と忘れんな。てめえは一人じゃねえんだ。一人で何もかも背負い込むような真似はすんなよ。すぐに疲れちまうぞ。そういう時こそ仲間を頼らねえとな。
Relying on your friends. That's it. That's what I've been neglecting.
俺はてめえを信じてる。だからしばらくはてめえに任せたぜ。なあ、周一。
Kaito, thank you. Thank you for being my friend.
No, you start playing the Golden Girls theme song now.
分かったよ。
おーし、大間が来る前にさっさと行け。
そうだね。じゃあまた明日。
After leaving Kaito with a smile, I returned to my room. There's no point in wandering around. I should stay in my room and relax. Tried to get myself into the right mindset for the final battle. While I was meditating on it, it became nighttime before I knew it. We go at dawn. I won't hesitate anymore. Kaito has taught me.
よし。
I have to do it. To live. To find a reason to live. I will fight. I spent that night with that thought nestled deep in my heart.
Just what on earth is going on?
After that empty announcement from Monokuma, I jumped out of bed.
よし。
Alright, here we go. First to the dining hall.
Yo, why is it so small?
I grabbed the charged electro hammer and ran out of the room.
I guess the picture made it look small. It took a while. What did it say?
We're all here.
皆さん
Is everyone ready? Of course. My electro hammer is all recharged. At that moment, I realized one of us didn't have their electro hammer.
あれ
Monkey, where's your electro hammer? I don't need it. I'd rather not use a weapon I'm unfamiliar with. This is much better. A knife? Well, I suppose you know best. Then we're off.
あのさ
Before that, there's something I want to say. I scouted out the hangar yesterday. You scouted out the hangar? Yes, and I discovered that Kaito was trapped in the hangar's bathroom.
そっか
The bathroom. I see. That certainly is the best place to lock someone up.
確か
And I also saw Monokuma by the hangar, being protected by 4 exisals.
いいかな
So we have to be careful that we aren't spotted. I saw that too.
え
You saw that? Were you at the hangar too, Kibo?
はい
Yes, I thought maybe I could get through to Tokichi before we carry out our plan. So I went to the hangar last night and tried to talk to him.
は
You tried to talk to him on your own?
いえ
I'm sorry, I thought it would be preferable for him to release Kaito peacefully. How'd it go?
やはり
Going about as well as I expected. There was no response at all.
ですが
But I did witness a few things.
あ
What did you witness?
いえ
We can discuss that later. For now, I'll share what I saw that's relevant to our plan.
とりあえず
Shuichi saw 4 exisals that appeared to be guarding Monokuma. Well, I saw one of them enter the hangar.
まさか
Just one?
はい
Yes, the green exisal. Monodoms?
確か
The green one. I'm sure I saw that one guarding Monokuma.
僕は
I made sure to stay out of sight while I watched. Neither the alarm system nor the electric barrier reacted to the exisal's presence.
もしかして
Does that mean the alarm system and the electric barrier don't work on the exisals?
Now that would be a serious problem. Yeah, I'm gonna look something up. Considering it's where the exisals are stored, that would appear to be a safe assumption.
Anyway, there are 2 exisals in the hangar. We should be careful. We only have one chance. Since this is our only electro bomb, we can't afford to miss.
そうだね
That's exactly right.
うむ
Well then, we're on. For real this time.
皆さん
Let's go. We must end this killing game once and for all. No matter what. Energized and motivated, the group rushed out of the dining hall, one after the other.
よし
Alright, here I go. Back to the cyber courtyard. Everyone must have gone to the hangar already. I shouldn't be late. Don't run into the Exisals, though. Huh? Monokuma's not here. He should have been protected by the Exisals. And the Exisals... they don't look like they're gonna move. What's going on? And there are only 3 of them. There should be 2 more in the hangar.
そうだな
It's just like Kibo said. We should consider ourselves lucky that there's only 2. If all 5 of them are here, it'd be impossible to execute the plan.
よし
Alright, let's keep moving. They're all waiting there.
では
Everyone's here. Let's get started right away.
うむ
I'm ready.
大丈夫
Maki, are you ready with the electro bomb?
ね
Who do you think you're talking to? It's similar to a grenade, except the detonation lags a bit after you push the switch. Once we roll this to the front of the shutter, it should disable the alarm system.
え当たり前だよ
This won't fail. The electric bomb has an effective range of 50 yards and lasts for 2 hours. If Kokichi's remote control is disabled, we'll stand a chance against the Exisals.
よし
Let's stop Kokichi before he gets into the Exisal. But be ready for the worst. We might have to use the electro hammers. If he gets into that Exisal, I'll stop him with this hammer. Yeah, you're right.
どうしたんじゃ
What's wrong? What's wrong, Makibo? We're all ready to start, you know?
そうだね
Yeah, alright. Then let's go. Why does she hesitate there? Maki triggered the electric bomb, then rolled it in front of the shutter. And then...
100%です
the alarm system's disabled. Now we can approach the control panel.
犀原君
Shuichi, will you do the honors?
任せて
Alright, leave it to me. Alright, if I hit the control panel with this... As I swung up the electric hammer, I suddenly noticed... The control panel was covered in marks, as if damaged by something sharp.
どういうつもり
Shuichi, what are you doing? Hurry up. Sorry, I've got it. No time to think now. I aimed my swing at the control panel and brought it down as hard as I could. No, you probably should have said something about that. The electric barrier turned off.
皆さん
Let's go. We all ran to the shutter at once.
よーし
We won't let Kokichi do whatever he wants anymore. You better be ready. This is it.
よし
A remnant of despair, and here and now. After opening the shutter, we burst into the hangar, electro hammers in hand. To end this killing game. To end this despair. I knew it. I knew it. I absolutely knew it. And Kaito is dead. Unbelievable.
From the moment I saw the scratched up control panel, that was immediately suspicious. Himiko was talking about death flags. That conversation between Kaito and Shuichi was a massive death flag. And what did I talk about in yesterday's stream? And did I not say that that press could potentially have been used as a weapon? I didn't say that directly, but I know I said something about the next killer would potentially be using that. Chaos and madness. Confusion and turmoil. I couldn't stay calm. I couldn't keep it in. It was too much despair. What? Is that blood? The body discovery announcement? Does that mean someone's in that press? Who? The only ones in the hangar were Kokichi and Kaito. It must be one of them. What? Either Kokichi or Kaito is dead? Look! Those clothes! They're Kaito's. Then the one in that hydraulic press is... No. It's not possible. Like, I know that I talked about this in yesterday's stream about when Kibo and Shuichi were looking at that hydraulic press. I know that I said something about that potentially being used as the next method of committing murder. Looks like you have a lot of twists and turns to sort out during the class trial. That's what the killing game's all about after all. And so I will now pass out the Monokuma file. Don't say you're getting bored of this, because things are about to get interesting. Have you pour your heart and soul into this investigation too. Hold on, we have to investigate? So the killing game is gonna continue? The killing game will continue. If the killing game is continuing, and Monokuma's still moving, then... It means the mastermind Kokichi is still alive.
If Kokichi is still alive, then that means the one dead over there is
うーん
Kaito.
違う
No, that's not possible. There has to be some mistake. There's no way Kaito could die. It has to be a lie. I made a run for the body when...
ね
Calm down. Maki's hand stopped me.
え
Calm down? How can you say that, Maki? Kaito
え
is...
さ
I've seen so much death already. Death of both good and bad people. It doesn't bother me anymore.
ちょっと
Does it bother you? What are you
う
talking
る
about?
さい
More importantly, where's Kokichi?
なぜ
It's right. I don't see him anywhere. He should be somewhere in this hangar. He ran away. We need to catch him immediately. He's obviously the culprit.
そうです
Let's split up and look for him. Leave no stone unturned.
あれ
No matter how good at hide and seek he is, we can't let him get away with this.
いや
Wait. We can't leave yet. We don't know for certain if that dead body's Kaito. Miss Shuichi, look at the clothes. We haven't explored all of the possibilities yet.
は
If it's not Kaito, then who's dead in there? Are you saying it's Kokichi? Then why is the killing game still continuing?
なぜ
And if Kaito's alive, why hasn't he shown himself yet?
うーん
Are you saying he's hiding because he's the culprit?
やめて
Don't say such a stupid thing. Kaito being the culprit is even more impossible than him being dead.
無理だよ
I don't think Kaito could have killed Kokichi in the first place. He was wounded, remember?
っていうか
And his opponent, the mastermind of the killing game, could control the exisals at will. How could Kaito have killed someone like that when he was sick and wounded?
いや
I don't know. Just saying it's possible. I plug my phone in. And even if it is Kokichi that was killed, that doesn't mean that Kaito's the culprit.
そんな
So does that mean the culprit's one of us?
やめてよ
Wait, that's impossible!
そうじゃ
No matter how shocking Kaito's death is, saying we're suspect is going too far. I understand what they mean. The initial evidence suggests Kaito is dead. But I just can't believe that. Or perhaps I don't want to believe it. Can't believe Kaito is dead.
ね
Let's investigate. We need to find the truth here, with our own hands, and reveal that truth in the trial.
まさか
So you want to continue the killing game.
えだってさ
A class trial will be held either way. We should investigate. I don't know if we'll find hope or despair, but we have to find the truth. It all starts there. That's right. I have to do this. To keep my promise to Kaito.
わかりました
You're right. If the class trial's gonna happen anyway, we should investigate.
う
But we already know the answer.
ーんでも
But we can't die here. We decided to live for hope.
ですが
My main concern is how Kokichi will react. If we accuse him of being the culprit,
うーん
if he just plays dumb and runs away, there'll be nothing we can do.
でも
No, I don't think so. Junko and Oshima cherish the killing game rules. So if the remnant of despair worshipped her, I don't think they'd ignore those.
だったら
Then it'll be easy to deal with him. We just need to vote for him in the class trial.
うわ
That's true. But what if that's wrong? I understand the others, but why Maki? Why is she accepting Kaito's death so easily?
では
Well then, let's review the Monokuma file. Is that okay with you, Shuichi? Hold the heck on. Hold the heck on. Is it possible that the bombs can cause other electronic devices to malfunction? And not just not operate, but malfunction? I don't want to suspect people too early. Like, I shouldn't do that. But now, right off the bat, there are two names that might be possible before we even start investigating. You know, we can say Kokichi all we want, but he's never gonna be the killer. Shuichi finds it suspicious that Maki is just accepting Kaito's death so easily. But it's not her that I'm worried about as much. And Kibo said that he also scouted the hangar. Alone. And Kibo and Shuichi investigated the hangar together. And checked out the hydraulic press. Now, what is the possibility that while Kibo was scouting the area, he snuck Kaito's body into that press? And then when Maki used the bomb because he knew about the bomb plan already, and then when Maki used the bomb, it caused the press to malfunction and crush him. Kaito would have had to be unconscious for that plan to work. And so I really wonder if that's the case. We'll find out when we get to the class trial, because right now it's the investigation. The body was discovered in the Exisol hangar. The victim was crushed by the hydraulic press and is unidentifiable. That's it? That's it? That doesn't tell us anything. The identity of the victim is unknown? Doesn't even tell us that much?
どうでもいい
Doesn't
よ
tell us the time, doesn't tell us who. Doesn't matter. We already know who the victim and the culprit are. Hang on. The culprit who killed Kaito is definitely Kokichi. It's not. Wait, Maki. It's still too early to decide that. It's true that the evidence points to Kokichi being alive, but
でも
Kaito told me. I want to believe in the promise Kaito made. I want you to believe in that with me.
やめて
I refuse to investigate with you. What? Why?
わからない
You're not calm at the moment. Right now you're acting like Kaito, back in Ganta's class trial. I was like this at that time too, wasn't I? But it was like this at that time too, wasn't it? You can't fight despair with just belief. It's not that simple. Maki turned her back to me and left. There's something about the air in here that's making me feel off. I don't know if the electric bomb is to blame, but if I'm malfunctioning somehow, I'm starting to feel somewhat sick. I don't feel weird at all.
であれば
It's gotta be because of the electric bomb. T-Ball's an electronic appliance after all. Appliance? Don't call me an appliance.
良いか
I'm telling you, appliances should go rest outside. Really, I'm fine, but I suppose I'll go investigate outside for now. Look at the trail of blood on the floor. Kiba let the hanger sway side to side a bit. That body was dragged, and he was killed before he got crushed. I knew it. Like I said, he would have had to be unconscious or dead for that plan to use the hydraulic press and crush him to work. He was killed and brought into the hangar and put in that press and then crushed. Then I think I'll start investigating too. Will you be okay by yourself? I can go with you if you want. No, you don't have to worry. I'll be fine by myself. If the body's like that, then we don't have to worry about anyone messing with it. So it should be fine for us all to investigate by ourselves. Himiko left in a hurry.
もしかして
I wonder if Himiko suspects... Suspects who? Everyone. If there's fewer of us, there's fewer people who could be the culprit, right? Of course, it's obviously Kokichi, but like you said, there could be another possibility. Maybe that's what she's thinking. I did suggest that possibility. The culprit might not be Kokichi or Kaito, but a third party. Anyone could be the culprit.
なんか
We were united towards hope before all this. But now we're split up.
もしかして
Could it be that's why Kokichi killed Kaito? To disrupt our harmony?
えっと
Because if not, then what reason would he have to kill Kaito? Maybe that's what this class trial is gonna be for, too. The reason Kokichi's gonna hold this class trial might be to separate us. To separate us. Well, now I know the next class trial stream, I need to give myself a whole lot more time. Because these last two class trials are gonna be very long. That fourth trial was extremely long.
やっぱり
In the end, we were all gathered around Kaito. He was the one keeping us together. If that's why he killed Kaito, then we're completely caught in this trap. This is all part of Kokichi's plan to separate us. This is exactly what he wanted. We're split up. I can't get anyone to cooperate with the investigation. And we don't have much information to go on. The Monokuma file has been some help, but it's not enough this time.
でも
No point standing around complaining. I just have to do it. It's time to start. To solve this mystery and find the truth behind it. I'm going to begin the investigation. I'll start here. Alright, I'm gonna inspect every single piece of evidence here. I thought she was leaving. Hold on. Alright. Barely has any information in it at all. Nobody wants to use it to us. It's so useless, it probably should have gone out of its way to give it to us.
いいね
It's fine, it's fine. A mascot's appearance at a murder scene brings a sense of relief and peace of mind. What? He popped out!
やれやれ
What an attention hog.
ふむ
Of course I want attention. I'm the mascot for crying out loud.
あのね
And yet I've appeared fewer times than that plain Jane Simigi over there. It'd be false advertising if I didn't appear as often as I can, you know?
えっと
Advertising? What advertising?
いや
Ignore it. Let's just focus on the investigation.
なんじゃ
What? I don't want to talk to you right now, okay?
うーん
The way you are now, you might start accusing people because you can't believe Kaito's dead.
いや
No, that's
黙
not...
れ
I don't want to hear your excuses. Or anything else. Just don't talk to me. If you keep bugging me, I'll give you afro hair with my magic. He's awfully stubborn. Is she that suspicious of everything now? Or is there a reason she doesn't want to talk to anyone? Yeah, you can clearly see that Kaito was killed in that bathroom he was hidden in, and then dragged all the way to this press. There's an accessor right in the middle of the hangar. The hatch is open as well, the cockpit's exposed. So this is how it looks on the inside, huh? It's small, but big enough for one person.
おや
Huh? The hatch is open? How strange. Only the monocubs can turn off the electronic lock and open the hatch. Only the monocubs can open the hatch?
そうそう
Normally the monocubs are the only ones who can pilot the exosuits.
まあ
Normally being the key word. But because of that electro hammer thingy, the electronic lock is all screwed up.
えっと
Have you mentioned this to anyone else?
まったく
Nope. No one's asked me about it. And even if I had been asked, it would have been irrelevant information to you anyway. An electronic lock on the hatch that only the monocubs can disable. Which must be why only the monocubs can control the exosuits. But if you could disable the lock, you see? That bomb. But I mean, he was dead before we even did anything that we just did. Breaking the barrier down. You could control the exosuit. Okay. The red exosuit is completely still.
サイハラよ
Shuichi, it's dangerous there. If you go near that thing, you might get torn apart.
いや
No, it shouldn't move anymore. Not without the mortar cubs or Kokichi.
うーん
So it's just a pile of scrap then? Jeez, don't scare me like that.
うちの魔法
Maybe
で
I should just tear this Hunga Junk apart with my magic. But I suppose that if Kokichi was alive, he can move it at any time by remote. But why didn't you say so sooner? That's it. That is if Kokichi is alive. But that remote control Kokichi has for the exos. What is it exactly? Does he have that because he's the mastermind? Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. I think we should talk about this next. None of this stuff should have anything to do with the case. We'll look at the press first. The hydraulic press is down, and there's blood in the area. All over it. The hydraulic press is controlled by these buttons. If we use this to lift up the hydraulic press, we should be able to check the body. I don't really want to do that, though. These controls move the hydraulic press. It can go up, down, and stop. I should be able to use the up button to raise the press and check the body. I don't want to see a crushed body no matter who it is. But I have to do it.
よし
I have to know. I made up my mind. Took a breath and pressed the button.
あれ
Huh? It's not moving. I pressed the button a few more times, but the press still wouldn't move.
どうして
Strange, it moved when I pressed it last time. After looking around the press, I found... The power cord's cut. I see. There's no power, so the hydraulic press won't move. This can't be a coincidence. The power cord was cut on purpose. This must be the work of the culprit. In that case, we won't be able to check the body. I'm honestly a little relieved, but I shouldn't say that out loud. Just take a look at the controls. There must be some clue here. In addition to the control buttons, there's an emergency stop button. The press would have to be stopped instantly if you use this.
まあ
Well, if the culprit were planning this murder, they'd have no use for it. Hang on. Alright. What concerns me more is the safety functions. Using an infrared sensor for safety reasons, the device will come to a halt when the sensor detects a living organism. That proves that, and the blood trail proves that the Kaito was dead when thrown into that press. Like, I'm telling you, in that last stream, when I looked at... I'm sorry, I looked at my model keeps freezing. When we looked at this hydraulic press, or read this notice and dealt with all the controls, I was saying that I know somewhere I had to have said that it feels like it's gonna be something the killer uses. That's right. This hydraulic press should have had a safety function. If the infrared sensor detects a living thing, the press stops automatically. Well, it didn't stop when Kipo tried before. If the sensor detected a person, the safety should have stopped the press automatically. Stop automatically, huh? What is this, a blood stain? There's a faint trail of blood leading to the press. A swipe pattern as if dragged. It looks as if it's coming from the bathroom. This bloodstain suggests something was dragged from the bathroom to the press. This is the bathroom. Now that I think about it, this is the place where Kaito was imprisoned. Kaito might have left some kind of clue here. No, he didn't leave anything. He might not be dead. Anyway, I should investigate inside. We did come in here. Crossbow. Unbelievable. So the killer has obviously been in Maki's lab then. And we're not gonna assume that Maki's the killer. I understand that Maki is not in any way. She's reacting to Kaito's potential death way differently than I thought she would. She's a lot more calm and nonchalant about it. But I don't think... I'm not gonna assume that she's the killer. You got a glass bottle, you got traces of blood. And that's about it. A crossbow! This is... one of the crossbows from Maki's lab. Why is this here? There are arrows in the floor of the bathroom. 3 in total. And blood on all of them. What is this? What happened here? So, Kaito was killed by being shot to death with the crossbow. And then thrown in the hydraulic press and crushed. A blood stain. A puddle of blood in the center of the room. And a swipe pattern from there to the door. What could this mean? Poison. There's a small bottle in the corner of the bathroom. It's empty. So did they coat the arrows with poison? I feel like I've seen this before. It's the same poison from your lab, yes. The label has blood all over it. I can't read it properly, or completely. But I can see the word poison. And if it's poison, this bottle must be taken from my lab. I don't know who brought this here. But it definitely has something to do with this case. It's the second time that a bottle of poison was taken from his lab and placed at the scene of a crime. And that case is what held the crossbow in it. This case. Oh no, it's not. Wasn't a black case over there? This is the case from before, right? The killer was definitely in Maki's lab. small window for ventilation. Same window from before. It's a small window and it doesn't open all the way. No one will be able to fit through here.
まあ
I suppose if someone could fit through, Kaito would have escaped by now. Perhaps it's too small for a person, but an object could fit through. Well, what does that mean? I think I finished investigating the bathroom. There are more clues than I thought there'd be. And one in particular is concerning. Why is this crossbow from Maki's lab here? And the 3 bloody arrows. These arrows are definitely for the crossbow, but why are there all 3 bloody? And that bottle of poison, what could it have been used for? There's still so much I don't know. This case looks like it's gonna be tricky. Alright, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. Save again. Alright, let me use the bathroom, hang on.
Alright? There's still things to investigate here. Well, yeah, there's the power cord. Looks like a machine used to paint exosols. Just gonna paint thinner. Nothing related to the case. Controls the alarm system and electric barrier. Don't see any reason to turn them back on. Yeah, we already did all this. Yeah, I have no idea what else there is to investigate in here. Yeah, I'm not seeing what else still needs to be talked about. Yeah, I don't know what else I'm missing here. Just hang on. Okay, hang on. Okay, hang on, I'm still looking. This person is also struggling to find what else needs to be looked at. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's right. We never talked about the clothing. We did, but we need to talk about it again. There's a sleeve sticking out of the press. It's definitely Kaito's coat sleeve. In that case, the victim must be... No. That hasn't been determined yet. We need to investigate further. We won't know for sure until we open the press. It looks like the left sleeve sticking out of the hydraulic press. And only the sleeve is sticking out. And no part of the victim's body is visible. Were they crushed completely? So that only the sleeve remains? What's this? The sleeve has a single small hole in it. A hole in the sleeve. What could this be? Okay, now we're done. And that's all the information I can deduce from the hydraulic press. I can check the body, and can't check the body, so I don't have many clues to work with. I have to find more clues elsewhere. There are still questions. The truth is still far out of reach. Still can't deduce who the victim is. I need more clues. The alarm system's off. It must still be affected by the electrobomb.
Yosh.
We should investigate this place thoroughly. There must be some clues around here. We'll start with this, because this thing is damaged. This is the control panel that controls the electric barrier protecting the hangar. We hit it with an electrical hammer, so it isn't operational right now. But before you hit it, it was already scratched up.
そうだな。
What are these marks here? It looks as if it's been struck by something sharp. What could these be? Wait, how are they even able to damage this in the first place? Getting near the control panel should cause this alarm to go off. You have to turn off the alarm before you even get close. But how did the person who did this get near the control panel? Phew, I think I'm starting to feel a little better now. I'm sorry to worry you, Shuichi. I was a bit worried, but I'm glad you're feeling better. There was something I needed to ask Kibo.
あのさ、
Before we went into the hangar this morning, you said... Try to talk to him. Exactly. No response at all. You said you witnessed a few things. What exactly did you see? Yes, since we're in a hurry, I only told you about the exosols returning to the hangar. Yes, the exosols could pass through the alarm system and bury it to the hangar.
Hi.
Never imagined something like this would happen, so I didn't mention it before. But before I saw the exosol, I saw someone headed toward the hangar.
You saw someone?
あの
No, I saw Himiko.
あれは僕が自分の研究
You
教室で
carrying a black
大
case.
間君を説得するための文章を考えていた時なのですが、彼女がこの格納庫に向かっていくのが見えました。しかもその手には黒い袋のようなものを持っていました。
黒い袋のようなもの。
僕は
At the time, I assumed she was going to examine things replete with Kokachi. And since she came back later, I didn't think much of it.
ですが
But after seeing her reaction this morning, I started to get a little suspicious. Yeah, so did Shuichi. What? And what did you see?
なぜ
She was acting like she had something to hide. It's not that I want to suspect her.
そうだね。
True. It is suspicious.
あのさ、
You said you saw her come back as well. Was she holding the bag at that time?
いえ
Now that I think about it, she didn't. So she had it coming in, but not leaving. It has to be. That black bag Himiko was carrying was...
あの
By the way, this is a little off topic, Shuichi, but... What is it?
やはり
The reason I wasn't feeling well may have been due to the electric bomb.
ですが
But it was because of the electromagnetic particles, not because I'm a robot. So what I experienced was akin to an allergic reaction such as hay fever.
つまり
So it could have affected a human the same way. Being a robot had nothing to do with it. Right. That must be it. So that thing Himiko said was bothering him. He really is a bit too sensitive. That definitely is a very interesting account there. What else is there to investigate? He already looked there. Hangar shutter. Security alarm here. You have to use the alarm remote to disable it to get near. If you get into the shutter without the remote, the loud alarm will go off around the entire academy. Use an electric one to disable it. That's how we got into the hangar. It's a conversation we had in the last stream. Now that I think about it, there were 3 electric bombs total. One was stolen by Maki, but what are the other 2? So Maki only stole 1. The other 2, the culprit had to have had their hands on one of those. At least. The Exisal isn't showing any signs of moving. If Kokachi is alive, he can use his remote control to move them as he pleases. But that remote control Kokachi has for the Exisals, what is it exactly? Does he have that because he's the mastermind? I've investigated thoroughly inside. I should check around the hangar now. Well, yes, we were. What else is there to look at? Wait, where's that window? This is the bathroom window. This is the hangar's only window. And it's not possible to fit through.
Yep.
That means the only way to get into this hangar is through the shutter. That's about all I was concerned with in the hangar. Okay, that was it. But I still don't have enough clues. There has to be more. The other place that might yield some clues. Maki's lab and my lab. The crossbow in the bathroom, the bottle of poison. I need to investigate those leads.
Yosh.
I should also inspect the 3 exosols that were protecting Monokuma, how I just did. But why were they protecting him in the first place? It might be related to the case as well. So now we gotta go back to the exosols again? Because I was just looking at them. There's a hammer on the floor. There's an electro hammer here. But why? And it's out of power. It must have been used. I know that Maki said that she no longer was using hers. And said a knife would be better. But used for what?
確か
If the electro hammer's power is expended, it requires 24 hours to recharge. We know that for certain. I remember the sight I saw yesterday. Why were they still protecting Monokuma, and 4 of them too? Suppose I was so caught up in thinking about Kokichi I ignored Monokuma.
Mookie!
Pay attention, listen up! Take heed, I say! Monokuma!
っていうかさ
It's just... I noticed that you came this way last night, Shuichi.
ぷぷ
You were acting all sneaky, weren't you?
そうそう
Like a teenage boy trying to creep into the adult movie section of the video store.
やだな
But you didn't need to sneak around, because the exosols wouldn't have attacked you.
おい
What are you saying? We didn't have to sneak...
だって
Because everyone's coming to rent adult movies, so in a way, everyone going there is the same.
ちょっと
No, not that! I meant about the exosols not attacking us.
あ
Oh, at that time, the exosols were on autopilot, and directed to only observe me.
あのね
Their movements are more limited now that the Monokumas aren't around to pilot them. Autopilot? You mean the remote control that Kokichi has?
まあ
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So the exosols were being controlled by Kokichi's remote control. But they were focusing on Monokuma?
あのさ
Well, why are you telling me all this? This puts the person controlling you at a disadvantage.
あのね
But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this.
いや
Even if it puts someone at a disadvantage, the class trial must always be fair.
ふむ
The person who shared that info with me didn't seem interested in sharing it with you guys.
おい
So, you share it instead. That way, it'll be fair to all the participants. So someone else besides me knows this. Why wouldn't they share this information?
はーい
Okay, that's all I can tell you.
そうそう
By the way, renting movies is so old school. We're going to illegally download them. Yeah, no.
最高にポ
It's like trying not to get caught by a big game hunter while holding your breath during sex. Anyway, this information about the exorcist could be a clue to solving the case. I should remember this. Alright. Now we got my lab and Maki's lab to investigate. That bottle of poison in the hangar, I need to confirm that it came from here. There are several bottles of poison lined up here. Haven't seen any poison outside of this lab, so the small bottle of poison I found must have come from here. Huh? There's a little less liquid inside this bottle than the others. The label says strike 9 poison. This poison takes some time to spread, but even a small amount of it can be lethal. I can't imagine that there's a small amount in this bottle for no reason. This must be a clue. Knight's hate antidote. There's a bunch of bottles on top of my desk. Did someone take them out? These bottles say antidote. Antidotes, huh? I don't know. I didn't know these were here. According to the labels, each bottle is only 1 dose. And each one only works on a specific person.
ま
Well, I suppose that makes sense. There are plenty of different kinds of poison, so that must be true for antidotes. Strike 9 poison and antidotes, that is disconcerting. None of these antidotes are for the strike 9 poison. They're all for different poisons. What could that mean? You're not gonna add that to the bullets? Alright. Nothing else about them is simulated. Okay, I can leave. Okay. I thought he was gonna have to say that we investigated everything. Alright, next up, Maki's lab. feel as though there are less weapons here than I remember.
Oh, that's right.
It's because Kaito had them.
No, I was just thinking while I was in the bathroom, it's a small chance, but what is the possibility that Kaito is actually not the one under that press and is instead the killer? Really, that's a very small chance of that being the case.
As suspected, there are 2 black bags here identical to the one in the hangar. They're chases for the crossbows. The crossbows are inside, but disassembled.
Yep.
Looks as if they don't even fit in the case unless they're disassembled. But there are 2. When I was here with Kaito before, 3. And I'm sure that Kaito didn't have a crossbow with him.
そうだな。
In that case, the crossbow in the hangar must have come from here. Which means someone must have brought it to the hangar from here. It's fairly difficult to put together the crossbow. I don't believe you'd be able to do it unless Maki taught you.
Yep.
I'll think more about that later. For now, I need to investigate.
よし。
Investigated this room thoroughly, didn't find any evidence to suggest Kaito isn't dead. On the contrary, there's plenty of evidence to suggest Kokuchi isn't dead. Monokuma is still moving around, and the killing game hasn't ended. And Kaito's clothes were in the hydraulic press, which means the victim must be...
Yep.
No, it's too soon to be thinking like that. If I investigate a little more, I'll find something. There's still time. I should head back to the hangar. Perhaps I missed something. I should check again. Well, why can I not teleport anywhere else? Okay, now I can. Alright, back to the hangar. Well, now Kibo's gone. Oh, now he's inside. And Maki's here too.
犀原君
Shuichi, you come with me?
どうしたの？
Is something wrong?
あの
I found something strange in the bathroom. Please, hurry. He shouted quickly and ran into the bathroom. What are you talking about, Kibo? Kibo, what are you looking at?
はい
Take a look at this. These are Kokuchi's clothes. It's soaked and wrinkled, but there's no doubt these are Kokuchi's.
でも
Where did you find this? I didn't see it when I was investigating the bathroom. Now why are they soaked?
それが
Well, the toilet seemed clogged, so I reached my hand down the drain and pulled out these clothes. Looks like they couldn't be flushed all the way. couldn't be flushed all the way. Well, why were these clothes in the toilet in the first place?
Eh.
Yes, it was very brave of me. And thanks to that, I managed to find an important clue. Now, Shorty, please investigate as much as you want. Clogging the toilet, huh? But this isn't the time to hesitate. Kokichi's clothes found in the bathroom. If they were found in the toilet, someone must have tried to flush them. But who would do that?
どうしたんですか?
Is something the matter? Please investigate.
よし
Grab Kokichi's soaked clothes and spread them
Huh?
open. Huh? There's a small hole in the back. And another small hole on the sleeve. Unmatching. Like, what is going on, man? About the same size as the one on Kaito's sleeve. And there are traces of blood around the holes, too. Were they both shot or something with these crossbows? What does this mean? It could mean that he was attacked. In that case,
まさか
there's a chance Kokichi was the one crushed in the hydraulic press.
ありがとう
Kibo, thank you. Thank you. This is a very important clue.
いえ
Oh, I'm happy I was able to help, but must decline shaking that hand of yours.
いや
Your hands aren't clean either, though. But if Kokichi was the one crushed in the hydraulic press, well, where did Kaito go? Why not show himself? And why is this game still going, even though the mastermind's dead?
あの
If this is awkward, Shuichi, I can leave and give you some privacy.
え
You're concerned about that? And Kibo and I washed our hands in the sink, and I left the bathroom. But why is it so easy for you to believe Kaito's dead? No, we gotta figure out how to get this thing open, man.
そうだな
The person to seek, you should have stopped the person directly. It's no use. There are no clues here.
Yes.
Now that we're out of the bathroom, we can get a lot more thinking done. You and Kiba both look more refreshed now.
しょいも
Refreshing each other in the boys' bathroom even now, you can't help yourselves, huh?
そうだな
This is all Himiko's imagination, but I don't even want to touch that right now. Alright, well, what else needs to be investigated here? Hey, it's almost time for the class trial to start, right? Was no one able to find Kokichi?
と
I wonder. Haven't heard from anyone.
そっか
Wonder where he went off to. Did he disappear? He can't still be in the hangar. Or under there.
もしかして
Chuchi, do you think the one who died was Kokichi?
なんか
I mean, your face says you want to think that,
地味に
but I think that's just plain impossible. Kokichi's been manipulating us all from the start. I can't believe someone like that could be killed by Kaito. Of course, I don't mean to compliment Kokichi and make fun of Kaito or anything. You know, probably right. Tsunuki has a good point. I still don't have enough clues to conclude that Kokichi died. But I'm certain that one of them must have. Well, we're not gonna be able to find out.
そろそろ時間ですよ。そう、希望と絶望がぶつかり合う学級裁判のお時間です。いつものように中庭にある裁きの祠から裁判場へと向かってください。全員ちゃんと集まらないとダメだよ。集まらない生徒は誰であろうとその場で致死レベルの体罰を与えるからね。あーははは、次はどんな絶望がお前らを待ってるのかな。
I'm just way too excited about this. Everyone needs to be there. That means Kokichi or Kaito, whoever's alive, will be there.
じゃあ
At the trial, we'll know who the victim is, but they're both not gonna show up. We could just get out and walk, but... This isn't everyone, right? Kaito and Kokichi aren't here.
どうせ
I bet Kokichi's already there.
クソ野郎。
As the mastermind of the killing game, he's waiting for us to arrive.
いや
We don't know that yet. There's still a chance Kaito's alive.
殺されたいの？
Cut it out. Do you want to die? Aki,
あのさ、
this is a battle between hope and despair. If I show any weakness like you are, then I know I'll lose to despair. Lose to despair.
わからない？
6 of us will participate, and 1 of us will die after this class trial. Then only 5 will be left. Only 5. That's right. We're the only ones left.
当たり前だよ。
But we can't lose to despair. Even if we have no future, we have to win. That is the whole point of this class trial. I will defeat Kokichi, no matter what I have to sacrifice. No matter what she has to sacrifice? You sure about that, Maki? Is that what you call hope? I know that we can't lose to despair. But something is wrong. Something doesn't feel right. My throat, that's what doesn't feel right. I wonder what Kaito would say at a time like this. What would he say to us? If it was Kaito. Okay, we didn't say a word to one another. As silent as a tomb. We stepped into those open doors. We had lost the will to live, knowing what we know about the outside world. But somehow, despite that despair, we had found a new reason to live. And to win the battle between hope and despair. But now, what do we know? We don't know what hope means to us anymore. What is hope? A burden you bear? As those thoughts pierced my mind, I suddenly stopped. I can't think about things like that anymore. The only thing I need to think about is survival. Ah, a battle like this takes me back. After all, hope and despair are natural enemies. Yes, this is truly a magnificent theme. Only esteemed works of fiction have themes as magnificent as this.
なんで
Anyway, where's Kokichi? Why isn't he here? Maki was right. The person who should be here isn't. Well, I'll tell you once the trial starts.
なんじゃ
What's going on? What are you scheming now?
いいえ
It doesn't matter what Kokichi is scheming.
やるしかありません
This is the final battle between hope and despair. It all ends here. Kokichi can twist and violate the rules all he likes, but we'll never give up. Hope will never submit to despair.
まったく
Oh, for the love of... No rules have been violated. Not on my watch, you know.
うるさい
Whatever. Hurry up and start. And time just goes by so quick, man. We'll end it with this class trial. We'll defeat the remnants of despair no matter what. So get ready.
はいはい
Yeah, I got it. Now let's get started. Mix equal parts life and death. Add a dash of lies and truth. Bake it in fires of conflict. And when it's golden brown and bubbling, you have yourself a truly decadent class trial. And once more we face the class trial. Was the one who died Kaito or Kokichi? I can't say for certain, but I still believe. Kaito wouldn't die so easily. I don't know why I believe that so strongly. But I will fight to prove it. I will fight with everyone. To grasp the hope on the other side of this truth. I will fight. I will fight in this trial of truth and lies. Alright, and we'll end the stream there. After we save and get all the fragments and skills I need. Let me set skills first. Yeah, I have 5 Hope Fragment points right now. So... that only gives me enough to buy 1 skill. Reveals V points effective during non-stop and mathematic debates. And silences all conversations except those the article is on. The entire screen will light up more frequently if I could. Yes, I need this one. We only have 18 points. Okay, there we go, 22 out of 48. Now, if I can get more hope fragments or friendship fragments, I can set 1 more skill.
Oh, we definitely need this. That would have been great. Alright, well... Yes, we will go ahead and end the stream there. I'll save again. And then that'll be it. I'm taking a break from this game a little bit. And getting back to Scarlet Nexus next. So thank you all for watching. I can't wait to return to this game though, because I'm telling you, we're getting very close to the end. But we need to find out who died between Kaito and Kokichi. And whoever it was, why hasn't the other person shown up yet? So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night.